welcome to My Life on Paper. I'm Brianna. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited to bring you every video. I'm super excited about this one. So I am participating in May I Scrap Lift You well, I'm not participating every day, but May I Scrap Lift You is every day in May. It is by Painful Papers, and that is Crystal Barrett. And there's a list of people to scrap lift, but you can scrap lift anybody you want. And this makes it so fun. Today I am scrap lifting Julie Taylor, and she is Julie9699 on Instagram. I will have that linked below. These are pictures of my husband and myself. We went to an event. It was a beer and wine tasting and also whiskey and bourbon, I believe. So we took just these two photos. I've been using my Project Life app to make photos smaller. These actually were 3x4 and I made them 3x3, kind of to go with the inspiration layout of Julie's. She used beautiful pastel pink and kind of yellowy colors. I immediately thought of this beautiful Spectrum sherbet, and I found this Classics Cotton Candy. And I'm never sure how exactly to use these when it's got more going on, but I think this is a perfect layout for it. Now, it also has gorgeous on the back. We're not using that side today. We're going to use this. And I have lots of goodies to use. I have this box of 49 and Market, and it's just one color. So it is Mariner. Perforated tickets and stamps, and that's what all these goodies are. And you can see she has tickets, so that's going to be fun. I don't always know where to use these. This is going to be perfect. I also have my washi tape that I might not use. It has all the colors of the Spectrum sherbet, but not much of this blue. So this is available. This is tucked to the side where I won't forget about it. And then I have a tray of all other sorts of goodies I'm just going to bring in. Now, she did mixed media, you can tell, and I'm flipping this. So hers is along this side. I'm going along this side where the flowers are, and I'm not going to use any mixed media because I've already got all this stuff going on. So that is my plan. Let's see how it changes as I go, and let's get scrappy. So grab a cup of something because this one's going to be kind of a long one. And the reason it's a long one is because I go through a lot of my options, and this is just one of those layouts. I do stick with this collection of the Spectrum sherbet along with some of the Mariner type things, but I kind of just go through everything. And I'm starting to think I have all these pieces to the Spectrum sherbet, and my mind works in colors. So I'm thinking I should really separate these out into their colors and just put them in a little baggie or something so that every time I'm not like going through for a certain color. The previous layouts I've done have been with the rainbow colors, so they haven't been just a certain color, but it is more tedious or takes more time when you're going through everything just to get to the blue items. And you can see I grabbed out not only I don't know if you call it the Mariner color, but the bluer color and then the more teal greeny color. But I wasn't sure how much to cut out, but yeah, this is me really sorting out the colors, picking out what I want to use, and then once I pick out everything, moving it around and kind of weeding out what I don't want to use from all the blue things. So you can see I did cut out some things. I love this layout. I am so glad to scrap lift this layout. Never would I have had this layout with these beautiful colors and using all these different things had I not had the inspiration from Julie. So thank you, Julie. This is part of what makes it so much fun to scrap lift people. Sketches are fun. I love a good sketch, but these scrap lifts that we're doing, I feel like not only is there inspiration, but I'm learning things as well. this is really cool. So very happy with how this turns out. At this point, I decide that Mariner color, the film strip pieces are not going to work, and so I grab out Lagoon, which matches much better. And like I said, the background actually has a couple different colors in it, and then it works to kind of use some different shades. But the Mariner was too dark, so this Lagoon color is perfect. And then it's got all the kind of film strip pieces, and I actually picked out more of a negative type piece that works good as a backdrop for all the clustering pieces. So I pull those stamps out, and that's, again, just with the Spectrum Sherbet collection, the chipboard and that. I find a lot of stamps and tickets and other good pieces, the circular elements. And then I do have circular elements from different pieces too. And I'll explain, I come back live at the end more to explain everything and how it's laid out. But I think I have a Pink Fresh Studio round piece that goes in there. Here is another film strip piece from the collection. And then those kind of notebook pieces, those are from the collection. I try to use those stamps in there, like that was part of the washi, and those just don't get in there. These are Ellie's Studio pieces that I'm taking out, and some other 3x4 cards, and just some other random stuff out of my stash, just to supplement the and give a couple different colors to what's going on with the Spectrum Sherbet collection. I would say that this is one of my busier layouts because when I describe my layouts as straightforward, I think that means likely that it's like I do more simple layouts, but I really enjoy this, and not only because it's so full and has so many pieces to it, but just that is different than my normal kind of layout. Something that I don't usually do, but I really love it. And I love just trying out different pieces, moving them around, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, switching out things. And there were so many things that were just the right color that I could have done a couple layouts like this. But anyway, I have more of the kind of the teal color to use in other layouts then. I will not go lacking in the department of kind of the teal and blue things for certain. In fact, that's one of it has its own color boxes, that teal turquoise color, because I have so much of it. I don't know if I wouldn't say it's my favorite color to scrapbook per se. I don't know that I have a favorite color to scrapbook. I am drawn to the color though, for certain. I enjoy it. I'll have to think about my favorite. I like red a lot. I don't know that you can scrapbook with red a lot though. This big lace piece, I had started off with a blue and then went to this teal color, and then I split it in half and stuck it out of each side, and it just was another good layering piece in there. I have lots of planner stickers that end up going in here that I've just collected over the years that I was very glad to use those. Some arrows and some stars, as well as like there's a notebook piece in there somewhere too. I don't often work with letter stickers. You can see those on the right hand side there under the scissors, and I do end up using those. Those are Ellie's Studio. They're acetate sticker letters, and I just never gravitate towards stickers. I'd prefer to make a title on the Cricut because I don't know if I'm OCD, but I hate having extra letters that you can't use. And I know you certainly can like Frankenstein different letters to make a different letter you need, but that's just not for me, so I don't usually buy those. This was a free gift from Ellie's Studio. Here is my tag punch, and this is not a tag I punched, but it's a Nicole Jones 911 printable, but it fits into that punch so that it makes the tag hole then. I'm going to have so many pieces on here and I take a lot off. At one point I realize I want to see more of the background. So quite a bit of that comes off, but I'll explain that in a bit when I come back in real time. Here I'm putting some epoxy domes onto these circles to make them look like flare, but here I'll come back to you live. Hey, I wanted to come back live to explain a couple things I did. My phone lost battery, so I took a break. But then what I came to realize I had done, I covered this whole spot. Like you couldn't see any of the flowers. And I thought that was to my benefit to use part of that. Otherwise you could just use a plain piece of paper or, you know what I mean, a different sheet of paper. So I kind of scaled back on things. Let's start with this corner below. It had two things and I'm trying to cover up the red. And there was a red here that I put this star over. And then I tried to put two circular items over here, but they wouldn't match up to cover the red. So I took this is one of those, here, it's one of these pieces inside the film strip. So it's white, but it's edged with this lovely color over here. So I did that. I'm putting my title over here. I have these Ellie's Studio acetate alphabets, and I'm going to put Night Out, and you're going to see me struggle with that, but I'll do that while I have you on camera. This is a little wonky. That's okay. Wonky is good. I have this punch, but I had some of these in my stash that I punched on some extra paper ones, so that went on there. This is a planner sticker. I think you saw me take these epoxy domes and then put it over the chipboard by Spectrum Sherbet here by 49 Market. So that's that. Here's an unforgettable sticker from my stash. I do keep all of my embellishments in that in a color box, and so I have like this aqua-y color just all in one stash. So I just pulled that all out, and you saw me go through it. This is the way I scrapbook. I might look very painful. I don't find it painful. It's maybe a little I don't know, stress relieving just to go through things and pick things out. It does take time though, and that's the one thing. It takes me a lot of time. And depending on how much time it really took, I'll edit a lot out. This is one for the books. This is by, I believe it's Pink Fresh Studio, and I put one of those domes over the top. This is a Nicole Jones 911 printable, the viewfinder underneath. I'm not sure where the sticker is from, but this has the dome over it as well. The interesting thing about these epoxy domes is that I put it over the top of this one, and it should be the same size as this one, minus the sticker. I put the sticker on before I put the dome over. This one, the dome, unless I put it on wonky, is not as big, and maybe it's a different size, but they should all be the exact same size. So, but I don't know that you can notice that a lot. This is something I've had in my stash for a while, so I love the way it lays there. It's a place for journaling. It's a place for the date. I end up switching out the color for the lace there. You saw I was trying to use Mariner, and once I found Lagoon, this is the film strip behind both up here and down here. It's kind of the negative one, actually. It's rather than a film strip, but it was a good kind of backdrop to these clusters. So once I found the Lagoon, I kind of shifted. We do still have this blue color on this background. You have lots of different blues, so it still all goes together. This little label with the heart is an Ellie Studio. Those stars are planner stickers. This notebook is a planner sticker. I'm not sure where I got this arrow sticker. The notebook pieces behind the frayed notebooks are both part of the Spectrum Sherbet collection. Here's another one of I've got that punch in my collection. Another planner sticker. This is a Nicole Jones 911 printable, this tag. I just had this random photo corner. I do have that punch, but that was in my stash, so I grabbed that out. And then I wasn't sure, I didn't use any of these tickets or the stamps. These are all from the ephemera pack from the 49 Market from the Spectrum Sherbet. So I just kind of, and I used this other film strip to kind of have a base for those to kind of waterfall down. This little one behind this ticket is a ticket punch, and I did that, and that was just sitting in my stash. And I think I got everything. So super excited how that turned out. It does follow along with, I mean, you can tell that the layout from today was my inspiration. But I'm going to get this title down, and then you will see still shots at the end. Here are those acetate letters I was talking about from Ellie's studio. I've used them on one layout before. I'm going to spell night, and I've already got out down, but they do such a good job of filling all the spaces with extra letters, if that makes sense. Like, it has all the letters in alphabetical order and it has multiple letters, but then at the end of a row it will have just a little bit of space, so I'll put another I on there. I'm like, boy, that's really smart. So I go backwards so I make sure night fits, but it's pretty, I don't know, it just kind of fits in there really nice, and it's just a finishing piece to this layout. So I think it works out pretty neat. I can sit here all day and say how much I love the layout. So I want to thank you so much. Check down below for the playlist. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon with another video.